Greetings, peoples. Oh no. I'm echoing. Give me a second. Okay. That should have fixed it, hopefully. Let's see. Okay, now that my audio is actually working, let us get on with this. We shall be landing on Duna and doing Duna things. Yes. Yeah. Really sure. I don't remember if there's anything else I wanted to say about anything. Not really. Okay. So, I shall say okay. So, a lot. You want to pick a biome to go to. Now this may actually take multiple trips back and forth because this service tank is going to empty itself at some point. But for now, let's pick somewhere currently in daylight. And that looks fairly interesting. Ooh. If we land here, we might actually be able to get good smattering. Should probably note down all the different places we can land and so we can check them off. Hold up. So we have, if we're looking at the big map, Duna. So we have poles. Do I have any other sheets that are already used? Yes, I do. Okay, let's not set up. Okay. So, there are poles. Midlands. Lowlands. Craters. The standard biomes, it seems. Midland Sea. East Basin. Southern Basin. North. South. Middle. Eastern and then Western and Polar So we land ourselves here on this sort of close meeting. Ooh. If we land, actually, if we land here, we should be able to get even more in one hop. Is it day there yet? No, not yet. Doing. Okay. So that will be a bit of a distance to hop, and I'm not sure we have the fuel. Yeah, to head down and up, we need head back up, we need 1450 meters per second. Of which our lander gives us 50 meters per second. Wait a minute. Don't tell me. Oh, it's because we're nearly out of fuel. Okay. RCS on, but catapulted away from the cooking stick for some reason. Okay, let's face. Go from here. Point ourselves off, turn that on. Point ourselves normal. Deploy that. Switch back here. Pointing ourselves. I know, it's because it was set to turn. Okay. Let's get ourselves back over. Okay, swing ourselves in. Up, we overshot a little bit. Okay, head that way. Drift in. There we go. RCS thruster noises. And contact. Okay. Aim camera. Grab fuel from here. Out. Out. dun, 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 dun. Fill up all of these. Okay, now the lander should be fully fueled. Up. Oop, we missed it. Okay. Ooh, we did do a materials study, and we can do an EVA report. That is above the Highlands board. Okay. Let's transfer that science we just got. Then store it here. Should have stored it in there first. Okay. And then gotta get Tegan out again to reset the experiment. Okay. So, anyway, with that fully fueled, should be able to dock from there. We now have 2,200 meters per second, which should mean, okay, our hard cutoff is 1450 meters per second. If we go below that, we can't make it to orbit. Well, we will be able to with because we have another 88 in the RCS, but we don't want to go below 1450. Anyway, but that should give us some fuel to hop around with once we're there. So this strategy of landing somewhere fairly close by to a multitude of biomes, like say right here, it should be good. So if we set a target, set surface target, does this work? Pull it to land here. Yeah, okay, we don't have the landing autopilot, but do the spinning rings have an actual use? With my current mods, no. I do know that for certain life support mods, you do actually require to give your Kerbals microgravity, artificial gravity habitation for longer journeys, but this is just so that I'm not cramming. I mean, I could technically cram all the Kerbals onto external command seats strapped onto the side of just this bit, but I felt like giving them a few amenities, so it's just to give a reason to have a big ship like this. I want to have actual crew quarters with like space. Anyway, yes, essentially eye candy. And also add some engineering challenge of carrying this. I believe it's like 5 tons of weight, of mass that I need to carry around, so adds a bit of interestingness. Anyway, we're trying to land around there, so probably actually wants to go for the next orbit, because unlike Ike, where we just were, Duna has an atmosphere, and you want to actually, and you don't want to, and you can't just stop in place and fall directly down. Well, you can, but that's more inefficient, and we don't have the fuel to act like this is an airless body. We are relying on the atmosphere to slow us down a bit. So we're not going to do the burn there. We're going to do the burn in orbit later. About we want to place this X somewhere. Let's pull in the landing gear and close the things in order to get a more aerodynamic, go into our reentry profile, so that grade RCS on. Let's just boost ourselves away from the poking stick a little bit. Yeah. Let's see. But something like this. About. I know that it drops itself a little bit, so I'll put it there. Okay. So yeah, if we burn here at the reentry profile, calculator says we should land about here, which means that based on how I've seen it act, we'll actually land about here somewhere. But that. Good. Okay. There. Everything bundled up. Ready to go. Shouldn't burn anything off because reentry on Duna is rather placid. Parachutes are all packed. Your go for waiting in orbit, waiting about 3/4 of an orbit to burn. Let us click save. Then execute mode. Oh, abort warp. Turn off RCS. It deployed all the parachutes again. Let us fix that by turning off auto stage, resetting our staging. This goes here. These guys disarm all the chutes. Deploy. Burn in 3 minutes. Okay. Successfully disarmed all the chutes. So. Here we go. And where is the poking stick? Get behind us in orbit. Ah, there it is. Okay. Anyway. Let us execute this maneuver. Four, 3, 2, 1, and rocket noises. You should now come down somewhere here, which is where we want it to come down. Cool. Let's orient to retrograde and prepare atmospheric entry. And zoom goes the poking stick. We've slowed ourselves down. Okay, we have hit atmosphere. Make sure to turn down the minimum pressure on all of our chutes. So that they actually deploy. Let's do an atmospheric analysis of whatever we're heading through right now. Okay, and set the chutes to 2 groups. We want our drogues to fire, and then our mains. Okay. You're heading down. Now, just pointing retrograde. Ooh, I should set a stick a part action window on there so I can collect all, then do an atmospheric analysis again. Still just skimming the top of the atmosphere. Collect all. Run another atmosphere analysis. Collect all. Done. Getting a lot of atmosphere analysis as we're flying over. Very nice. Done. Already gotten this biome's stuff. We're puttering along. Let's try to tilt our trajectory a bit. Get over that way. Try to essentially catch some of the air on the side of our vehicle, get some body lift going. Not getting much effect so far. We're still very high up. We're still quite high up in the atmosphere. Okay. Done. Yep, we're still not catching much of the atmosphere. Quite high up still. Come on. Down. I think we are going to overshoot our target by a bit, which is okay. Still going very fast. Often go into map mode, turn off sources. Okay. Done. Okay. We can pop the chutes now. May want to start assisting them with thrust. There we go. Turn out. Give us a bit more retro thrust. Perfect. Gotten low enough to do all the different stuff. Deploy main chutes. Keep. All that we're not going to get an EV airport from up here. That's fine. Gear out. Let's crank the chute on reefing. Whoa. Something's happening. Anyway, we've slowed down quite a bit. Mostly from just like the tangle of fabric up here. Oh, I know why. It's because we've not actually set the altitude on all of them. Okay. I should have set this up later. Luckily, we're going to have the correct settings on our next trip down. Okay. Okay. You know what, actually, not going particularly fast. Okay. Well, the data, we're heading down at 16 meters per second, which is actually quite good. Let's warp ourselves down a bit. Now this is going to be probably less. 60 meters per second is still quite fast. I'm not sure our landing legs can take it. So we're gonna want to slow down fairly soon. 10 meters per second, 9 meters per second. There we go. Stop ourselves. Contact. Screenshot time. Okay. Science time. Show. We pop that open. Pop this open. Set. Pop this open. Ladder out. Don't need this map at the moment. Science time. Report. Your temperature scan. Atmospheric pressure. Yeah, I mean, the parachutes worked well enough. Okay, seismic scan. Not much activity detected. Great. Okay. Although we're not orbiting. Someone needs to rethink how these science texts are displayed. Okay. Cool. Need to pop scientist out to perform a bit of stuff. Observe the goo. Keep duct material study. Keep data restore. Duct data restore. Now we are on a slope, which this is probably not the most comfortable way to climb the ladder. Yes, it is very red. Okay. Let's run everyone around for a screenshot. Boop. Oh no. Why did you bring your parachute? Anyway. Let's get a screenshot. Cool. Pop the room back in for hopping over to the next biome. First, here, stuff like that. Okay. Ooh. Before that, Lasted needs to perform an important job. Lasted, head back out. You need to not fall off. Come on. You need to Yes, you need to repack all the chutes. There. Okay. So now we close up all the things. Put the ladder in. Close up the door. Currently relaying off of SCANSat. Cool. So we need, I believe it was, yes, 1450 to get back into orbit. Currently have 2000. So we have around 500 meters per second of delta V to work with. Let's see how far we can go on that. Let's try to go here. So add a waypoint there, set. I said add a waypoint there. Cool. So, quick save of this here. Bring this over. And restage the chutes. These are the drogues, these are the mains. Good, okay. They've all been set so that they will open pretty much immediately as soon as I activate them. Cool. So we want to head first of all up a little bit, pull the gear in for I'm unsure if this actually reduces our drag, but figure out which direction the waypoint is in. On, I said what? I thought we activated navigation. There it is. Okay. And head off this direction. That was a bit of a waste of fuel. Looking for packed biome to be which one was this? Whatever biome that is. To not be Midland Sea. 17. Sorry. So it's a bit higher. Impact biome hasn't changed just yet. 60. We have another like 100 meters per second to work with. We're not going to make it. Okay, shoots out, gear out, turn off. Point retrograde. And stop. Stop. Okay, that does not work. We landed too far away. We're gonna have to go for a different method of getting. Okay, looking at the map. Yeah, given how little delta V we actually have to work with here, I think we'll only be able to do one biome per descent. No real issue, we can check off the Midland Sea. Okay. So, time to get back into orbit. So, what does the 2-orbit autopilot give us? Apoapsis. Oh, we're actually looking for like 50. Say 60 kilometers. Let's see what happens. Launch. Gear in. Here we go. Ooh, we should have probably recharged the batteries, but oh well. Also, we're definitely going to want to boost the poking stick up a bit, because currently it is essentially skimming the atmosphere, which is not ideal. Such intriguing commentary. No, I'm sorry. True. Doing. Delta V is more than enough to get into orbit if charge is correct. It's kind of going up. Why are we heading off in this direction? Board stat, kill rotation. Kill rotation. No auto bearing. What are you doing, orbital autopilot? There. Okay. Luckily we have extra delta V in order to fix this problem, because 2-orbit was not doing this correctly. I think I know what happened. I didn't check the actual inclination it was targeting. Okay, let's. Hopefully we have the delta V to pull this off. 700 meters per second left. We're getting a fair few cosine losses. We're probably gonna have to send the poking stick over to pick it up. Luckily, the poking stick has the delta V to pull this off. Apoapsis 52, 55, 56, 60. Okay, we have an apoapsis. It's still the atmosphere. So it's gonna drop off fairly quickly. Have 300 meters per second to be left, which is hopefully enough. I really messed this up. Luckily, I overbuilt this thing. Delta V wise. Probably have this. It's gonna come better along. Maintain the apoapsis, our height above the atmosphere, till we finally get up there. Yes, we're out of the thickness of the atmosphere, so we should be able to mostly just kind of coast up. Come on. Just get out of the atmosphere. Okay, we are in space. Very nice. So let us circularize. And then bring the poking stick over to come pick us up. We flubbed that fairly hard. I mean, we got the science, but none of the rest of the stuff was really ideal. Anyway, need this anymore now. Skip that. Don't need the landing setting. Okay. Pull up the is it on there? Pin that. I don't know why we have this tooltip on our mouse, but we do. With all these mods, this isn't the most stable of game state. We have another 222 meters per second. Okay, poking stick. Let's go get our science team. Perhaps quick save and quick loading is going to help us with this tooltip. Let's try it. Nope, didn't help. We're probably just going to have to live with this. Wonder what it's from. Anyway. Yep, poking stick is targeted. Descending node, we're gonna find our ascending node. Pivot to align. It roughly, we currently have 3 kilometers per second, which should be enough to get back to Ike to refuel if we need to. So, let's execute node. Airport. And no, we can't. We're gonna have to. We're gonna do the EV report stuff with the lander anyway. Okay. Now, I wonder, perhaps we should have left the refinery bit. I know it's carrying fuel. We don't. We should. We shouldn't have left it at Duna. We didn't. Okay. Anyway, we are matching planes, orbital planes, with the lander. You know what? I'm going to blame my messing up with this stuff on me not having played in nearly a month. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, now at anywhere in orbit really. Somewhere a bit longer than 59 seconds away. Let's burn progrades to line up our orbits a bit better. $61. Close enough. So 4.2 meters per second burn there. Yeah, the general rendezvous strategy is match planes, match your actual orbits, and then increase or decrease your orbital period slightly so that you catch up or let the target catch up to you. So currently we're only make your orbits the same. I guess, stage of the process. Slight kick. Go. Now at our apoapsis, burn slightly such that burn more such that the target catches up with us. There. We have another year and 100 days to do things here before we have to head home. Or before our transfer window home. Okay. Swing ourselves around. Oh, and while we're doing that, well, after we swing ourselves around, ooh, thank you, Throttle Controlled Avionics, for letting me control from here, pointing the control direction upward while allowing me to thrust along with axis of thrust. After we do this, I'm going to actually remember to open up the solar panels on the lander, otherwise it's going to run out of power. Okay. So, lander. Not much electric charge. Let's fix that. There we go. Now we are recharging. Now we just wait for the target to catch up. Target position. It's gonna hop forward a bit. Yep. A few more orbits. Orbital period is 45 minutes. Not wasting much time on this. Just a few hours. Going slow. I guess I could have calculated this to all complete in one orbit, but I want to play it slow. In this case, nearly there. After this intersect happens, we're going to be very close to each other, so Want to add a maneuver to as ourselves. Quite close. And we swing ourselves around in 26 seconds. Nineteen, 18, 17, 16, 15. Arrows going down. Burn time start is going down. Are we going to make it? No, we're not, but that's fine. Okay, well, we got close enough. It's going to be 1 kilometer apart. Is definitely fine. Now let's actually switch to the lander in order to perform the final approach, because we're not going to go dock. We're not going to try to attempt to dock the poking stick to the lander. We're going to dock the lander to the poking stick. Anyway. So this target will intersect. So we get there. Okay. Our solar panels at this distance aren't the best. Yeah, just kind of warp till point. This object enhancement should let us actually see the poking stick. Or we get, so it's 200 meters long, which means that within, I'm starting to see pixels. I think I can see, because you can zoom to things. Yep, we can see the ring right there. So let's just get ourselves closer. Going to 2.2 now, we are in actual render distance. Going 5 meters per second relative to it. Let's switch over to it. Orient ourselves normal. Control from here and orient ourselves. Oh yes, we need to go here and orient ourselves normal, because this respects relative to the engine, this respects relative to our control point. Anyway, to point at the target, head over to it. Okay. Retrograde. Relative to target retrograde. Stop ourselves. Kill. Point ourselves roughly at it. RCS on. Give ourselves a bit of a nudge. And June. And pull the solar panels in. Otherwise we may clip them off on the hab ring or something. Oh wait, we're going to want to do this under... we're going to want to actually go under thrust. So we want this normal. Because we're going to want to change our orbit once we... yeah, okay. So yeah, swing ourselves that way. Our target is not that, but that. Okay. Okay, point ourselves anti-normal. Drift. Okay, we've aligned. Put ourselves in. Now the way you do this is you put the direction you're going on the opposite side of the target marker from where your nose is pointing, which will kind of slowly drift target marker into position, as you see there. It's happening. It's kind of slowly drift in. Now we want to line ourselves up between the drills, so just kind of slowly to jerk ourselves that way a little bit. Slowly. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Drift ourselves away from the walls. Oh, from the drills. Contact. Okay. Now, specifically, turn this engine off. And we want to get ourselves... I think Ike should be... roughly equatorial. Orbit inclination 4 degrees, 4.6. Okay, yeah, I think Ike is pretty much equatorial, so want to at that node not press anything, just at the node. Get ourselves equatorial again. 72 by 66. Let's drop that down to 60. And adjust our inclination, change a little bit, 59. There. cool. It's only okay. Now let's execute that. And then done. Okay. Something. Okay. Let's refuel ourselves, then pick another spot. Camera. So yeah, we should probably set the priority down a bit so that these are like our reserve tanks and it doesn't drain from them too quite so much, so we don't need to transfer fuel into them. Service tank baguette. This baguette. Okay. Out. To grab from this tank instead. Out. Okay. Then, all that done, let's drain from these tanks actually back into the service tank. And might as well just in. Okay. True. Where should we land next? We are in a. Actually, let's circularize first. 15. Tuning stuff. I don't think we'll actually get that amount of precision on the burn. Okay. This engine needs to be turned off, probably again. Okay, that is that engine. No, no, no. This engine. Yes. Hmm. Four, one, zero, and burn. Here we go. Now we are actually mostly circularized. Pulling up the map again. Yeah, I think we'll do one more landing and then call it for the... Right, we have been to Midland C. Oh, no, no. There. Okay. It's Midlands, Highlands. Okay, for our next trip, okay, let's try landing there. So go about here, add maneuver. Let's try a slightly steeper descent this time. Give us a bit more precision in our landing too. Also, in this case, it seems that our landing position prediction seems a bit more accurate. So let's try this. Though, once we decouple this, probably oh, why does it keep doing that? Oh yeah, okay, I think I should turn off. Anyway, RCS on, back us out. Okay. So, give us a bit of orbits changing or get that to work. Now let's... Ooh, that's maneuver node for a different ship. We want to set one up for ourselves. There, okay, we're gonna try to land. There. Okay. Let's rearrange our staging again. Which ones are these? This is our drogue chutes. This is our main chutes. Good, that's all set up. Lasted and Tegan are in there. We don't need this overlay. Let's instead... Actually, no, we probably do want the overlay for larger coming this up later, actually. And execute that node. And turn off RCS. Dun, 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 dun. And remember to... wrong side. There. Set this up so I can collect everything. And the poking stick goes shooting off forward. So we're dropping down. Sending to atmosphere interface. Point retrograde. Back to kill, go into orbit mode. There we go. Okay. And we have hit atmosphere. Let's see. I mean, we're in the very upper parts of the atmosphere. This is not going to change very much. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Music. This is keeping good. Nice. We're careening in at high speed. Whoosh. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, this is only changing in position very slightly. We're coming in quite hot, actually. Switch to radar altitude. We're still way too fast for the parachutes. We should slow down, though. Let's try to present a larger surface area. Okay. Do a crew report. Keep temperature scan. Keep drogues out. RCS. They're off. The mystery view observation of analysis. Keep. Select all. Report temperature. Mystery analysis on low. Well, actually, I think we just changed. Yeah, we just changed. Okay, we're coming in at around 800 per second. Gear out. Turn that on. Turn SAS back on. Wait until we're a bit closer before popping the mains. Once we're 1 kilometer out, pop mains. Oh wait, no, those were the drogues. Okay. Stop. I'm down at like 10 meters per second. Okay. Actually, we're gonna want to do that once we're a fair bit closer so we don't waste fuel. Okay. And contact. Yay, we've landed again. And again, our ladder is facing downhill. Yay. Anyway, select all. Let us do all the science. Reports, yes. Temperature scan. Yes, we are in Midlands. Check that off. And seismic scan, yes. Atmosphere analysis, yes. Material study. Pop open the stuff. Turn off the reaction wheels because they're draining power. Pull out the solar panels. We need to get Tegan out in order to reset a few things. Do an EVA report. Grab a surface sample. Grab a up. Put this current science in here. Store experiments. Grab the second EVA report type. I'm flying. Keep that. Okay. Perform a mystery goo observation. Keep that. Collect all. Switch back. Restore. Get back in. Now, Blasted needs to head out. Up on top and do a dance move and repack all the chutes. And I think actually I forgot something. We have EVA science, right? Tegan is carrying it on her back. We should probably perform that. And I think I got a screenshot of that. Well, okay. Let's actually check, did I? It's a good screenshot of that. It's KSP. Shots. Yep. I think this is going to be the thumbnail. Either that or the other one. No, this one. It's better framing for my standard thumbnail format. Anyway. Forgot you guys can't see what I was looking at. I was just looking at the various screenshots and how does this work? This one is better suited for a thumbnail than this one. Ha! I realized I don't actually have to make a new image source when I want to do that. I can literally just drag the image onto OBS and it'll display it. Anyway. That's all well and good. Looking at our map, okay, we currently have Delta V left. 2,000, which leaves us about 500 for hopping yet again. Hopefully I think we're a little bit closer to the biome border than last time, though. We'll see. Track these in because we're about to leave. All there is in close that. Close that. Still have a decent connection. Okay. We don't need this. Looking at the map. It is... We are actually fairly close. So, add a waypoint right there. With navigation. Sure. You. Where are you? Okay, you're that way. Cool. So let's see if we can hop over there. I'm not going to attempt to use the throttle-controlled avionics waypoint thingy. We'll just go from here with the map. Luckily, it does show us the direction, though, so... Save. Here we go. Pitch over. Gear in. Roll over. Face towards it. Put ourselves a bit higher up. Let's pull us over. Get our impact biome to be not midlands. Currently highlands. Okay, just get our impact marker over that ridge so that okay, and prepare to kill horizontal velocity mode. Reports temperature, collect all. Okay. Shoot out, keep all that. Gear out, stop. Find ourselves level, roughly. Okay, this worked a lot better. So 60, 50. Perfect. This time we're facing the ladder uphill so that we don't tip over quite as much. Nice. I think that was a significantly more successful maneuver. Luckily, I learned about how to do that thing right there where it actually shows you where I can actually set the waypoint as viewable with throttle controlled avionics. Anyway, science time. Report, keep temperature scan, keep pressure scan. Do Lagoo. Actually, open this again. Le Science. Marked off Highlands on our checklist. Okay, now up, Tegan out. Remember to extend the ladder. Wait, how much delta do we have? It says 0. Okay. 1,800. Nice. Okay, we have more than enough to make it back. 450 is our likely hard limit on which we need to get back to make it back to orbit. Okay. So, the airport. Collect the data and restore it. Collect the data and restore that. Grab the surface sample. Jump and wait, we need to put our previous EVA report away. Board. Oh, we didn't actually need to board. Just hop back again. Hop. EVA report. Keep. There we go. Both of them are done. All science has been done, and now we get blasted out to pack the solar panels again. Ooh. No. Okay. It's there. Boom. Okay. Ladder in. Close those doors. Close these doors. Let's go turn off level mode. Let's recharge our batteries a little bit. Cannot deploy while stowed. That's odd. Hey, lasted. Hop out. Let's see if we can't fix this with the... There, okay. Move tool. You. Absolute. Local. Shunt these out by a bit. And see what happens. Cannot deploy while stowed. What? Let's try quick loading. Okay, let's try again. Not deploy while stowed. What? Well, I think we have enough battery to make it to orbit, and then we can charge off of the Intrepid. Not the Intrepid, no, it was the poking stick. Intrepid was my previous interplanetary vehicle. Okay. Yes, poking stick. Let's charge off of that. Close doors. Okay. Now let's try a 2-orbit and see what this does. Oh, and also delete that waypoint. Okay. Now to orbit. Inclination 0. Cool. Apoapsis 60 kilometers, inclination 0. Guess the Intrepid is at about 60 kilometers altitude. Mean throttle 3. Okay. Don't deploy the parachutes. Okay. Let's go. See what it does. Gear in. There we go. Why are we tilting over that way? I'm going to manually turn it. And set it so that it I'm just not going to use 2-orbit because it doesn't appear to like doing this. Okay, rotation. Standard stuff. Perhaps is 23 kilometers. We're going to just kind of gravity turn over. I think there's some imbalanced thrust somewhere. Yeah, we have to keep a consistent yaw and pitch. Something on this side is a bit heavier. Anyway, I think we're heading off sideways a bit too fast in the lower atmosphere. We're gonna pop up a bit. We're probably wasting a bit more. Delta V than we necessarily need. Yeah, we're constantly drifting. Just go hold current position and see what it does. Okay. There we go. Now perhaps this 57, 58, 59, 60. And point prograde. Just kind of tap the throttle to maintain it. We're heading up really faster. That's good. I should have waited until the poking stick was overhead before doing this again. Oh well. This is why I can't. Actually, no. It's not why I can't rely on you for doing my pre-flight checks. Something. Anyway, up there, go to there, add maneuver, get ourselves into an orbit of some kind. Whoop. 30 by 60. Okay. Now, execute that. Yeah, I think once we dock and transfer the science over, we're gonna call, ooh, we can do a gravity scan. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, cool. That's up. We currently have no connection. Actually, let's see if open up this antenna. Do we get a connection? A very weak one. But a connection nonetheless, so we can perform maneuvers. We want to essentially just, let's see. Oh yes, first match inclination. So at the ascending node, to that, okay. Execute that. Electric charge is lowering. And pull this antenna in because by now we are in range of the SCANSat of the relay sat. Okay. Now we want to catch up to it. So we want to burn retrograde a bit. Give it a... should be enough. But our... oh, no, we do not want to do that. Want to not clip the atmosphere. There. Give ourselves a kilometer of buffer. Now we just kind of wait, because we're trying to go faster than... should be faster. We should be faster than the poking stick. And yep, we are a little bit faster than it, so we're slowly catching up. Yep, I definitely should have waited for the poking stick to be overhead before launching, because now we need to essentially wait for it for a sum of an entire... we can use this time to grab gravity scans and stuff though, so coming over here there was something. Yeah, we need to essentially wait for half of an orbital period in difference to build up in our positions when we're only differing, or when our orbital periods only differ by like a minute or so. Minutes at most. Okay. We need to wait for our periods. Our orbital period is 43 minutes. We need to wait an entire like... need to get in a total of 20 minutes of... keep missing these. 20 minutes of lag time between our orbit and, you know, it's going to be something right over there, so let's... slow down over here. Concentrating. Okay, pop our scientist out, do an EVA report. Eastern Canyon, okay, cool. Yeah, we need to, because if orbital, essentially if our orbital periods differ by like a minute or so, then we build up like 1 minute of forward or backward per orbit, and we need like 20 minutes, so it's gonna be a lot. Let's turn that until we get ourselves over about here, and back on. Skip forwards essentially a biome each time, because I have it set to pull me out of warp whenever I switch to a new situation. Because I know one of these things, we haven't done an EVA report, or a gravity scan, okay. Pop you out, EVA report, keep board. We need to collect all, do a gravity scan, okay. There. I think we got them all. Anyway, we're catching up. Now we bit more to go. Let's turn this. Let's make it so it doesn't stop us. Just kind of spin ourselves closer and closer and closer. On. Be around and getting closer. Come on. Dun, dun. See these markers jumping close to each other. Oops, they're about to touch. Our orbits overlap roughly at the opposite periapsis, so around here, add a maneuver there. Want to boost our orbit up a little bit, and that will get us an encounter right there, separate to an separate 6 kilometer, 1.1 kilometer. Good. Okay. We have an intercept. Rendezvous. Okay, we shall then why will it not let us execute the node? Now we can execute this manually. It's because we're out of electric charge. Okay. We can solve this. Hop out. Lasted. Go into EVA construction mode. And let's just essentially pull this all the way out. Is it obstructed now? No. Yeah, we maneuver in 25 minutes. Okay, let's just... do the same for the other one, actually. Oh no, I actually took it off. That looks about right for its look. Okay. Now we pull it out. This actually, surprisingly, well, not particularly surprisingly, somewhat surprisingly, has pulling them farther out has no effect on the aerodynamics of the craft. The craft essentially acts as if they're always pulled all the way out. Anyway. Let's point ourselves more towards the sun. Charge ourselves up. Warp, like, here. Pull the panels back in. Execute node. We are getting closer. 5, 2, 1, burn. Here we go. Cool. Now we just warp over till there. Okay, we can see it's around 3 kilometers away. Let's see if we can see it a bit better this time. Yep. It's the hab rig. So, anyway, let's warp until it's flying right by us. Against relative velocity. Ourselves even closer. We load in physics. We are at pretty much closest approach. Swing by till it's roughly tangent to us, and then cancel velocity. Point towards target. Add ourselves a bit of speed. Switch over to RCS mode. And approach. And of course, all this docking must... Oh, we're heading away. All this docking must take place at night. Although actually it's going to be day soon, so some of the approach is going to take place at night. It's better than the actual docking. Okay. We don't actually need to adjust our orbit, so we're going to be taking ventral docking port. No, actually the dorsal docking port. Right, because I think this is the correct. Anyway, let's stop. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2. Switch over real quick. From here, point normal, switch this into rotation. Yes, this is the dorsal docking port, not the ventral one. We don't have a ventral docking port. We have a ventral airlock though, so belly craft. Anyway, turn RCS off, point ourselves anti-normal. RCS back on. Orient the camera so that it aligns with the RCS directions. To chase cam. Which is the wrong way around. Okay. There. There we go. Let's do it oscillating a bit, which is not ideal. I'm pressing buttons. I'm panicking. This is not great. Okay. We're heading in. About 1.2 meters per second. is oscillating fairly hard, actually. Fast. Slow ourselves down. Line movement. Play no time for caution. Da 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 da. Broken stick oscillating. Da 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 There we go. Nice. Ducked. So, I'm gonna remember to refuel this. Camera. So, empty. Okay. So, pop the doors open so we can see several things. Pull all the data. Doors open so we can tanks. Out, out. Hopefully that's enough to fill both of these. Okay, these are full. We dump the excess into here. Close that. Full. We can close that. This is empty. Now we go to this tank. Also, grab. Where is it? It's this tank and this tank. Should we refuel here? Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Those full now. Those were full. Yes. Okay, those were full, and then we finally have this one. In. And with that, I'm going to end it off here. So, good viewers, have a good insert time zone relevant greeting here. I'm going to go figure out who to raid, and stream viewers, stick with me while I figure out who to go to raid. So, bye bye, odd viewers.